filming for you my second Valentine's Day tutorial. So this is like a little bit more of like a dark and smoky tutorial. I still wanted to keep my lips pretty neutral just because I know that there is some kissing that goes on Valentine's Day, so I don't want you guys to be smearing your lips. But this is also a perfect like girls night out look or date night look, or really anything that you're doing if you are going to an event. I really like the way that it came out. If you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. And because we're doing like a little bit of a darker look, I'm going to start by priming my eyes. So today I'm going to prime them with MAC Paint Jelly Paint Pot. You can use a concealer, you can use really anything that you have. And if you don't really have like veiny eyes, you don't really need to do it in general. So it just looks like this. And I just use my finger and I just kind of pack it on. I'm going to use the Kat Von D lightest shade and just lightly just go over the eyelid. That way it's not like sticky, and that will make the shadow blend out the easiest. For our first transition shade, I'm going to be taking Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek on a big fluffy MAC 224 brush, and I'm just going to be putting this all in the crease as our transition shade, like I just said. So I'm just doing windshield wiper motions and then kind of circular motions to blend it all out. But first I'll go in like windshield wipers like this, and then a little bit more product, and then kind of blend it out in circular motions. As we're going to be doing some dark shades, we really want to make sure that these shadows are nice and blended out, because it'll make the rest of the eye look super easy. So next, on a Morphe M433 brush, I'm going to take the color Creme Brule by Makeup Geek. This brush is a little bit more dense, so I'm just going to focus this right in this outer socket and a little bit below Peach Smoothie, just so that we start to make a gradient that's getting darker as we go down towards the lid. And then I'm just going to go back in with that original brush with no additional product and blend it out. Then I'm going to take the Sigma E25 and the color Frappe from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to basically do the same thing, but I'm going to keep this one even a little bit lower. So this one's going to focus a little bit more just like right on that outer V and not even really go too far up towards the crease. And then back with that first brush again and just blending that all out. So the key is just to keep blending and layering, blending and layering. I think I probably said that in every video, but it's the truth. Okay, so then I'm going to take a MAC 286 brush and the color Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to focus this again like even lower and blend that up towards the other three shades. So this is another Makeup Geek shadow. I love their shadows for the price. I just think you really can't beat them. So I'm just like packing this on, and I'm not yet blending it out. I'm going to blend it out with that same M433 brush, just so that I can make sure to keep it low. So if you go in back with that original fluffier MAC brush, it might bring it a little bit higher than I want to bring this one, just because it's a little bit bigger and it just like takes up more of your face. Next, I'm going to go in with black liner, and I'm going to go in very messily, but I'm just going to do a like pretty thin line lining the top. I'm using the YSL waterproof pencil because it blends out so easily, but feel free to use any kind that you have. Zoom you in a little. So we're going to go like this, and I'm just going to kind of messily place this right against the lid, making it a little bit thinner as we work our way in. I know it's not good to pull on your eyes, but it's really the easiest way for me to do this. So to smudge it out, I'm going to be using this little like bullet crease brush. It just looks like that. And then I'm going to be using the MAC shadow in the shade Corrupt. So it's just completely black and matte, and this one just is really nice. But again, any black shadow you have will do the same trick. So basically, we're just going to be going over that liner and like smudging it up. I'm going to try and blend it out the most towards the outside of my eyes and like blend it the least towards the inner corner, because I want to make it like a rounded look and make my eyes look really bright and wide and awake. It's going to start like really smoking out, and this liner is going to start to look a little bit messier. And that's the look that we want. Okay, so once it looks kind of how you like it, we're gonna go in and finish up the eyes. So I'm gonna take like a bullet crease brush, it looks like that, and I'm gonna go back in with Cocoa Bear, and I'm gonna kind of pack that right on top so that again everything is blending out to the top colors that we originally went in with. So we want it to gradient, like we kind of said before. We don't want it to look so harsh. And then we'll go back in with the bullet brush, or the smaller brush, like that, and continue to blend. I'm going to take this Precision Shadow brush. This is from Sephora. I'm going to spray this brush first so that this shadow that we're going to go in with comes on a little bit more like sparkly and glittery. And I'm going in with the Makeup Geek Foiled Eyeshadow. This is in the shade Mesmorized. Super, super pretty. Dark purple, and I'm going to spray my brush so that it comes on that way to the lid. And then I'm going to kind of let it shake it out, pack it on the inner corner, fading into that black. So try and keep this on the lid. We don't want to push it up too far into the crease. I go in layer by layer for this because we want it to look as pigmented as possible. With that little bullet crease brush, and then take Corrupt, and we're going to blend Corrupt into that Mesmerized shade. So we're just really focusing this on the outer V of the eye, making sure that everything looks blended. And we're basically just going to go in the same order that we did in the beginning. So we're going to go back in again with the M433 and Creme Brulee, and then back in with Cocoa Bear. And then back in with Corrupt as well. Kind of clean up all the fallout. I don't like to do a really harsh line when I'm working with colors this dark. It's just a personal preference. So if you want to like make your lines a little harsher, you can go ahead and do that now. Now we're going to prime the face. I'm going to go in with this Laura Mercier foundation primer. It's just a little sample. I'm not positive how I feel about it, but I want to keep trying it before I decide. So I'm just going to press this into the skin. For foundation today, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal True Match. I'm in the color W5. So as per usual, I'm just going to take it on like a paintbrush style foundation brush. I do this honestly because I think it gives a little bit of a fuller coverage. Like, I don't think these brushes are great for blending out, but they are really great for placing product. So that's why I do it. So sorry if you can hear that dog outside. It's driving me crazy all day. It's just barking, barking, barking. I don't know what at. But I'm going to go in with this big Morphe brush and just blend it all out in circular motions. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever HD Concealer. I'm just going to put this, focus it kind of up towards my eyes so that we get a really bright and highlighted look because it is a little light. I'm just going to focus it in kind of my dark circles that you guys are seeing. And then I'm going to highlight kind of my forehead a little bit with it. Down the bridge of my nose. And my chin. I'm also going to go with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is in the shade 25. This one's a little bit darker, so I'll use this to kind of blend out this highlighted under eye. Kind of blend those. And with the damp beauty blender to blend all this out. So I'm really just pressing this into the skin. I am not rubbing. Okay, so now that we look nice and bright, I'm going to go in and set all that concealer using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. So I'm really just packing this on using my damp beauty blender, and then I'm going to go in and kind of wipe it all away after a couple seconds. And then I'm not letting it get as pressed on like that onto the other parts of the highlighted face, but right there I really do like how this cleans up and makes your makes your concealer stay. So to wipe all that away, I'm just going to take this Sigma F35 and just kind of blend it all away. So next I'm going to do my brows. I'm going to do that off camera while I let kind of the areas of the foundation that we didn't set yet dry a little bit. And you've seen me do my brows a million times, so I'm just going to go ahead and do them off camera. So I just finished my brows. I used the Anastasia brow definer and then the Anastasia clear brow gel. But I'm going to go in and set the rest of my face, so I'm going to be using the Hourglass, this one, Ambient Light powder in the shade Dim Light, and then just like a Duo Fiber brush. This is a Morphe M406. I'm just pressing this into the skin. Now we're going to contour a little bit. I'm going to be using the Nars brush and my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So I'm going to be using the middle shade that I've hit pan on. Tap off the excess. And carving out my cheekbones. And I'm going to do down the bridge of my nose, and then around my forehead. Now if you want your forehead to look smaller, bring it in a little bit closer, but I have a pretty small forehead, so I just focus it on the outsides. Then I'm going to do a little bit under my lip, and then around my jawline. Then to bronze up the skin now, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. I've been obsessed with this lately. And then just a big fluffy powder brush. And I'm just going to dip this in there. And then just bronze up the skin a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go in with blush. I'm going to be using the shade Intuition from NYX. It looks like this. It's like a beautiful peachy pink, and I'm just going to be using an angled Morphe brush. Tap off the excess because this brush will make it really pigmented, and this blush is really pigmented. And I'm just going to be focusing this on the outer points of the cheek, so I'm just going to kind of blend it outwards. Just gives like a perfect flush of color. I really, really like it. Okay, you guys know I like to highlight last, so I'm going to jump back to the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and do a coat of mascara, and then I'm going to put on my false lashes, and I'll do this off camera again since you guys have seen me do it a million times. But obviously for mascara, I'm going to be going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, and then for lashes, I'm going to be going in with the Ardell 120s. A little bit like fluffier on the outside, and they give a really, really, really nice, like big, bright eye look. Okay, so I have my lashes on. I didn't do top liner just because I really like the way that the shadow kind of looks without it. But I am going to go in and highlight my eyes and finish up the eyes. So for the bottom lash line, I'm going to take a flat definer brush like this, and I'm going to go back in with the darkest shade, but not the black. So that was Cocoa Bear. So I'm going to take Cocoa Bear, kind of press that right up into the lower lash line, kind of connecting it to the outer corner. I'm not bringing it all the way in, I am stopping halfway, about 3/4 of the way. I'm going to go in with Frappe and my E18 by Morphe and blend out the lower lash line and really, really smoke it out. So just keep blending, take your time with this part, because in the end, that's what's going to make it look really nice. So I'm going to go back in with that dome brush that we've been using and the black, and I'm just going to kind of connect these corners basically right on the outer V. I'm going to take the shade Venus out of my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette, and I'm just going to take a really tiny little definer brush, and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of the eyes and right under the brow bone. This looks a lot like MAC Nylon or MAC Shroom. It gives that like frosty, really nice highlight. And then I usually just blend this out with my finger. And kind of drag it down a little bit so it looks really bright-eyed. Then to highlight the face, I'm going to go in with an oldie but a goodie. This is Nars Albatross. It is like, it looks white in the pan, but it comes off really, really nice gold on the skin. So I'm going to take a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to put this in all the areas that I highlight. I have like re-fallen in love with this product. I think I got this when I was like literally maybe in like high school or college, but now I'm like, maybe I was definitely in college, but I've recently like rediscovered it. I mean, just look at the highlight that it gives. And then I'm going to do it down the bridge of my nose, on the tip of my nose, upper lip, and my chin. A coat of Bottom Lash Mascara, and then we're going to go in with lips, and we're almost done. So I'm going to line my waterline with the shade, oh my god, it's like rubbing off. It's just been so well loved, but it's Rue Bonaparte from Nars. It's like a white, basically like nude. For my lips, I'm going to line them with my favorite liner. This is the Urban Decay shade Liar. So I'm just going to slightly overline them. Fill it in a little bit. And then I'm going to use the shade Barbara from Nars. It's an audacious lipstick. Basically my favorite lipstick ever. And that is going to be it. So that is it for this Valentine's Day tutorial. I hope that whatever you guys are doing, you are having an amazing time and it's so much fun and you are filled with lots of love and happiness. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.